Om Shanti and a very good morning. Today's Murli is dated 13th June 1982, and the title of today's Murli is When You Remember the Mantra of One, the One will be visible in each one of you. Let's wait for the screening of the Murli. Yes, the title of the Murli dated 13th June 1982 is When You Remember the Mantra of One, the One will be visible in each one of you. And this Murli is where Avyakt Bapdada is meeting teachers. Today, Baba has come into the gathering of the children to take the fragrance of their love, cooperation, and determination to transform. Bapdada's happiness lies in the happiness of the children. You children have had the imperishable thought to have this imperishable happiness and imperishable fragrance constantly with you at all times. Have you not? Do you remember what you used to write and say to one another at the beginning of establishment? What words did you use to write? Dear original soul. This was the easy way to become and make others become soul conscious by saying and writing, Dear original soul. You didn't see the name or form. Do you remember your practice of those days? That was such a natural form. Did you have to make any effort? Put into practice the words of the beginning period with their deep significance, and you will automatically become an embodiment of awareness. The mantra of one is one father, one home, one direction, constant ekras, one kingdom, one religion, one name, soul, one form. What will happen when you constantly remember the mantra of one? Others will see the one in each one of you. This is easy, is it not? When only one is visible in all of you, then the song that you sing, mine is one Father and none other. मेरा तो एक शिव बाबा, दूसरा न कोई. That will become automatic. You've had such a thought, have you not? Bapdada has come to meet you through the eyes. The children called, and the father came. The father gave you children the response of your love. Whatever you requested happened, did it not? You all sent a message to Baba asking him to come for even a few moments, and everyone's message reached Baba. So as soon as you had the thought, Bab Dada heard it. It reaches Bab Dada before it comes into sound. Now Baba is speaking looking at Sister Jayanti. What does coming from abroad signify? Where the heart is not far away, then even the land is not far away. The heart is close. That is why this is also the proof of being close to one another. You are showing the practical form of being companions. This is a sign of dearly beloved children. Bap Dada is congratulating you, special instrument souls, who constantly increase zeal and enthusiasm with the visible proof of it. It is not only you who Baba is seeing, but the hearts of all the children are here. Even their bodies, even though their bodies are there. Babdada is seeing all the children in this gathering. Baba's remembrance reaches them in any case. Nevertheless, Baba is seeing them and giving special love and remembrance to all the children who are tied with the thread of love and who are constantly close. In the same way, the hearts of the children in this land who are not here in the physical form are also here. Bap Dada is also giving them special love and remembrance. Acha, now Bap Dada is meeting Nirvair Bhai. This one is also going abroad. You have become ever ready, have you not? This is called the sweet drama. You received a gift of the tilak of three dots from the moment you had thought, and according to the drama, the tilak of the three dots was applied again. This tilak has already been applied and it is being applied once again. The imperishable tilak is constantly applied on your forehead, is it not? All three dots are together. Bapdada has already welcomed you with this tilak in the subtle region. Is that okay? With what form are you especially going to give the message? What lesson will you especially remind everyone of? The lesson that you especially remind everyone of is constantly continue to fly with zeal and enthusiasm. Teach everyone the special lesson from your experience. A lesson learned through experience becomes an imperishable lesson. Let the special newness be there to stay in that experience and to give others the same experience. Studying through words has continued for a long time. Everyone now needs this study. Take everyone into the flying stage with this method because experience is the greatest of all authorities. Those who have the authority of experience cannot be attacked by any other authorities. The authority of Maya cannot work on them. Therefore, as you tour around, especially keep this method in your awareness. This will become the newness because whenever someone goes somewhere, everyone there expects to have some newness. Speak and make others into embodiments whilst you yourself are an embodiment. Let both take place simultaneously. This is your preference too, is it not? Consider the time that, according to the drama, is now fixed to be the right time for service. Your other thoughts have now finished, have they not? You are ever ready and have made all preparations in a second, have you not? All physical facilities are there. They are ready made facilities. If someone is left behind, it is not a big thing. Even if you leave here with just two set of clothes, it doesn't matter. You can get them ready made there. Your subtle preparations have been made, have you not? Physical preparations are not a big deal. Give them good news. They don't want destruction to take place. They think that there should be just the establishment of that world. Why is there fear of destruction? It is because they think that their world will end that they are afraid. However, a new world is going to come in its place. Let them receive the good news of your thought, of your world constantly continuing to grow and become better and better. Still, for this thought has already reached the Father, the Creator of the world. The Master of the world is carrying out the task of establishing peace in the world. The Master of the world is carrying on out the task of establishing peace in the world. The desire that all of you have is for there to be one world where there is love, where there is no fighting. The time has now come for that desire of all of you souls to be fulfilled. That world where there is love, where there is peace, where there is oneness, where there is no fighting. However, now you have just now you just have to understand how that will happen. When the method is accurate, there will also be success. You will be successful, but you don't know how you're going to achieve it. You have already seen the result of conferences, but that thought doesn't leave your mind. If the seed of fighting and battling were to finish, then, although weapons, etc., are available, they would never have to use them because it is not weapons that cause damage. It is anger that causes damage. Baba says if the seed of fighting and battling were to finish, then, although weapons, etc., are available, they would never have to use them. Why? Because it is not weapons that cause damage, but it is anger that causes damage. The seed is anger. Therefore, if the seed is finished in this way, success is already accomplished. The seed of fighting and battling would finish. The time for the desires of all souls to be fulfilled has now come. Time is inspiring everyone's intellect. Incognito task that is taking place is pulling everyone towards itself, but they don't know why they have those thoughts. Why do they have thoughts of making those things and then not using them? The task of establishment is inspiring them, but they don't know that. You can understand yourselves that for the task of transformation, establishment cannot take place without destruction taking place. You can understand yourselves that for the task of transformation, establishment cannot take place without destruction taking place. This is their wish to have regard for their feelings and give them this good news. However, the way you tell them is that peace can only be established by the ocean of peace. We are all one. On what basis will this feeling of this brotherhood be created so that they neither have such thoughts nor have to labor? Let even the thoughts of whether they should use the weapons or not come to an end, and let there be brotherhood. When it comes, when it becomes a brotherhood, the Father is there in any case. Tell them everything in the form of good news. They will have to learn the lesson of peace. Peacelessness will finish with the method of peace. However, how can that peace come? A mantra has to be given for that. To teach the lesson of peace, do you not? I am peace, the home is peace, the Father is the ocean of peace, and your religion is peace. So, teach them this lesson. The lesson of peace and only peace. They will experience this for a moment or two, will they not? When they have the experience of dead silence for even a moment or two, they will thank you over and over again because they are very distressed. They will begin to consider you to be God. The more intellectual you are, the more distress they have. With such distressed souls, when such distressed souls have received even a handful, that will become a blessing for their lives. Whoever has a chance, take them into silence while speaking. Take them into that experience for even a second, and they will give you many, many thanks. create such an atmosphere that everyone experiences rays of peace. When they experience that for even just a second or half a second, they will experience it in the atmosphere. They will not be able to stay in that for a long time. Let the atmosphere become so right for even 1 second or half a second so that they give many thanks from deep inside because they are in a state of great upheaval. Bapdada feels a lot of compassion when he sees them. They cannot sleep at night or during the day. They can't eat their meals as they should. It is as though they have a burden on them. What will happen? How will it happen? All this is a burden for them. If such souls receive even a glimpse, what would they consider that to be? For them, it would be as though the sun has come down for them. They just want one glimpse. They won't even be able to take in that power for long. It is just a matter of a few seconds, just like waves coming and going. If they experience even this much, that would be a lot for them because they are very distressed. The support of even something as little as a straw is a lot for them. Acha, has your wish been fulfilled? The father's happiness lies in the happiness of the children. You are an embodiment of success, are you not? Success is always with you. Since the father is with you, where else would success go? All success is where father is. Do you know how to put a full stop, or is there a question mark put on top of the full stop? In the world nowadays, they use such explosives that from just a tiny dot, a big snake, that is, a long lasting effect is created. The full stop should also be put here. Everything becomes merged in the point. The full stop should also be put here, where in the world where they use such explosives that just from a tiny dot, a big snake of long lasting effect is created. So everything becomes merged in the point. If a matchstick is applied to their thoughts, it becomes a snake. Don't use a matchstick and then it won't become a snake. Bap Dada continues to watch the children's games. Benefit is merged in whatever happens. There are no questions of why or what. You have experienced whatever you had to experience. You've transformed yourself, so now move forward. This is what it means to put a full stop. Show all the people abroad this game. They like such things. Now, her Devi Ben from Pune taking leave from Bap Dada to go abroad. What will the special what will be the special method? You have taken sustenance, so give that sustenance to everyone. Sustain everyone with both love and peace. Everyone wants love and everyone wants peace. Take these two gifts for everyone. Simply give drishti with love and speak a few words, and they will automatically continue to come close. You've taken sustenance, and so you are an embodiment of the experience of that sustenance. Are you not? So give the experience of that sustenance to others. You don't have to give lectures on topics. But the topmost thing is the experience of love and peace. So give them these two topmost things so that every soul has the experience that they have never received such love from anywhere else, nor ever seen such love. Love is such that from the experience of love, they are automatically pulled to come here. It is very good. An original Mahavir is going. Sati and Kunj Dadis have also gone, have they not? Embodiments of sustenance are going. Very good. Relationship with Sakar Baba will be very easily forged through them because the Father's sustenance is merged in their every way. So while walking and moving, whatever is merged inside them is what they would see. Through you, they will experience the Father's sustenance. You may go in happiness. Babdada is Babdada is happy about the children going because you are not those who are just going to tour around and sightseeing. You are those who give your bones in service for the yajna. Service is merged in your every step, and this is why Bab Dada is pleased when children travel around the world and they go out on service. Now, Dadiji and Dadi Chandamani are sitting next to Baba. This is the beauty of the procession. This is the special decoration of Bab Dada. In front of all of you, who is the decoration of the family? It is these Dadis, is it not? What thought do all of you especially have in your minds for these special souls? That they may live forever. They constantly continue to give all of you cooperation by becoming immortal. Even when something happens to only one Dadi, everyone has thoughts about that. These instruments are like canopies in a physical way. In fact, you have the Father's canopy of protection, but these experienced souls are instruments as master canopies of protection. When the sun is hot or it rains, you go under a canopy. What do all of you do when you have a problem? You have to go to them physically. You have a heart to heart conversation with the Father, but you still write a letter to Madhuban, do you not? You must have seen how, when people go on excursions, they put a canopy every now and then and have entertainment programs. It is the same here. There are umbrellas everywhere. When there is a program, entertainment is also provided. In Madhuban, you laugh, dance, and sing. In Madhuban, you laugh, dance, and sing. So Babdada is also pleased to see the children enjoying themselves. This love attracts everyone to the Father, just as they are instruments in the same way. All of you should consider yourselves to be canopies of your places. Whoever are the instruments for, whoever you are instruments for, should experience a mean of safety. They shouldn't be dependent, but you do have to give them support. To give support and cooperation as an instrument is one thing, but don't give them support as a bestower of support. There is a difference between giving support as an instrument and giving it as a bestower of support. Even if you don't consider yourself to be a support, and yet the other one considers you to be his or her support, then both names would be mentioned, would they not? If you give support in the right way as an instrument by considering it to be service, then that giving support increases their zeal and enthusiasm, and there won't be a report. However, when others begin to feel that you are their everything or that you are their only support, that is known as giving support by becoming a bestower of support. To consider it to be service and to give the cooperation of support as an instrument is a different matter. So, which one are all of you? At the end, all the actors will come on the stage together, whether they are servers through their bodies or through their different bodies, through other different bodies. All actors coming onto the stage together will mean that there will be cries of victory and completion. Their parts are to cooperate in the task of establishment in an incognito way. You are in the physical, visible form. They are playing their parts of establishment in an incognito way. It won't be revealed now because the time for the curtain to be opened will be when everyone is ever ready and complete. Where the curtains are open, completion will take place. Are all of you ready in this way? Is everything ready for the curtains to be opened? Is the rosary of air quality souls ready? The, the 108 are very close to completion. You now have to be completely perfect. Even in terms of time, you're close to perfection. Do you think so? What is the sign of that? What is the speciality of the rosary? What special sign is visible when the rosary is complete? All the beads are joined together, one beside the other. That is the sign of a rosary. The speciality of your rosary is to be close to one another in your sanskars. Let the beads be joined together next to each other. Is that preparation made? Whichever bead you see, even if it's the 108th bead, it is still together with the rest. You are together in this way. Let everyone feel that all of you beads are threaded in the rosary. Don't question how you can all can come close to one another when you all have various sanskars. No. Even whilst having a variety of sanskars, you must be seen to the close. The numbers are being created on the basis of variety, but the beads are still close to one another. A rosary cannot be created until the beads are touching one another. Even if one bead comes out of rosary, it will it would be a broken rosary. It would not be a rosary that is worthy of worship. If the beads are apart from each other, it would be said that the rosary is not worthy of worship. Even if the 108th bead is a little distant, it would be said that the rosary isn't yet ready. Acha, Bap Dada's love and remembrance for all the children was recorded on tape. Together with love and remembrance to all the children who remain lost in love, Bap Dada is happy to see the zeal and enthusiasm of all the children. Bap Dada has received letters of love and remembrance and zeal and enthusiasm for effort and for becoming destroyers of obstacles. Bap Dada is giving all the children who are destroyers of obstacles love and remembrance. Constantly be conquerors of Maya. Remain constantly stable on the seat of the awareness of being master almighty authorities and be double light. Fly and enable others to fly. To all the children everywhere, not just the foreigners, but all the children who are seated on the heart throne. Lots and lots of remembrance from the Father, the Comforter of hearts. Om Shanti. A long Murli, but a deep one. Let's take a couple of moments to reflect on this wonderful Murli, learnings that Baba has imparted to us, and come back ready to share. Okay, you can unmute yourself and be ready to share.
Om Shanti, Vimesh Bhai.
Yes, Girjavan. Om Shanti.
Well, maybe if it may be a long Murli from time point of view, but if you see the way Baba's linked, I just couldn't really understand why he said teachers, because it was more for, I find, the servers, the people who go out and service. Like you just see, as you were reading, I tried to write down or put down in the chat box. The first words itself, you will see love, cooperation, and determination for transformation. So the key word over here is transformation. And how he really started with the lesson of one. And in that lesson of one, that one thing which really, it's for the servers. Others will see the one in each of you. So if I have that Ek Shiv Baba Dusra na koi, only one should be visible in all, Baba says. And why? Others will see the one in each of you. I think that first lesson itself needs, and you can see the long list he has given. One, Father, I need an acronym or something, or I need to take a link to remember. Is there any more ones which he has left? I was just thinking. So it's a thing for really, I think this is the first lesson I've taken. I'll just wait for others to share, then I'll give. I've put some points of the thing in the chat box. But now let me be with Ek Shiv Baba Dusra na koi. Om Shanti.
Shanti. So Baba says the original soul, call them the original, the natural form. So Baba says that when we see only one, right, that one mantra, one Father, right, one home, one direction, one constant, one rest, and the kingdom, religion, and one name. So everything one. So when we have that oneness, right, one visible, that means we see the self as point or soul, and then seeing others as soul. Then we will see only one Father and none other. Right? So it's uh, more than understanding. I mean, it's reading and understanding. It's more to experience and put it to practice. So when we become this embodiment, then we will, will become. Um, it will be easy for us to automatically reflect. So that is why Baba mentioned that this practice that I guess Baba is referring to the initial stage when it was only the practice of soul, right? So seeing one another as a soul point. So Baba highlighted this practice has to be put in for us also. Only then we will see the one father and another. Om Shanti. Thank you.
Okay, just as to add one more thing to it. See, even when he spoke about the good news of the destruction and establishment, how Baba is really speaking about the peace, just to make them experience the ocean of peace. Just how he also says it's not weapons. People may have weapons, but when do they use it? Only when anger comes in. So you have to know the seed of these weapons is anger. So why you're just thinking of destroying weapons, destroy the anger in them. So again, I come back to the first thought, love, love, love. So when that thing comes, then they won't see destruction as destruction, but they see destruction as establishment. That is what the transformation Baba is speaking over here. Again, I feel it's for the servers. So what you have to do when you go abroad, just teach them the religion of peace. I remember, I'm not sure at that time, that's when Dadi Prakash Miniji was even given the UN Peace Award and all in one of those years, 80s, I think. So I remember it was only that lesson of peace. And then for us, it should be dead silence. There was a many of these meditation, dead silence, the long silence and all, which Meera Bahan had given. So what is this dead silence they will have to be given? Because they are so distressed, a few moments of distress should be given. And how nicely he also says for these people who are going abroad, the tilak of three dots, who I am, who he is, and Rama. So these are all like Babrada is just giving us some travel tips to these servers. Om Shanti.
Wonderful points by Girjaben and Vijit Bhai.
Vimesh bhai, can you please connect because you always get a different mindset. The dot and snake. I have heard dot and question mark and all. Or I know if the dot is not left, it will become a line. But today he has Bab Dada has mentioned something about dot and snake. If you can just give a little, because I couldn't churn on that.
Yeah, we will have others also speak on that, but One thing is that dot is when you put a full stop and it's done. And there is a question mark. The question mark is also something that looks like a snake who is standing with it hood with its hood up. So if you look at the shape of a question mark, it looks like a snake where it gets you onto unnecessary rattle of Maya and keeps you busy and away from uh, the oneness. So that is what I think that one and the snake means. We would also have others also share their perspective. Yes, anyone would like to share about one and the snake? Vijit Bhai, Vinod Bhai, Raki Ben.
Yes, brother, good morning.
Yeah,
As Baba mentions in the very title, from there on, I got the essence and I continued understanding. And overall, through and through Murli, I felt that this is the only one crux point that Baba says that remember Baba one and only, and you will be able to give that message to everybody about him. And he is the only one who has to be revealed about, and he'll take everybody with him. So I mean, the rest of them only seemed uh, as an expansion of this thing, but I only had this point through the title. I could understand that there's only one, and that message will be given to you, and you will have to reveal to the rest of the people about him. So I think that's all, brother. Om Shanti.
Om Shanti. Can you hear me? Am I audible?
yes, Pramila Ben.
Yeah. This is actually the physical sense. In Diwali, you used to get small little balls and you light it with a matchstick and then it becomes a snake. It sort of keeps moving around. And that's what struck me when you were reading about that. These small balls, you use a matchstick to light it and then it becomes a snake. Yeah. Om Shanti.
And Pramila Ben, not only it becomes a snake, it also leaves a lot of smoke, those
that's,
small balls.
that's true.
Yeah. So
One
yes,
another.
when those question mark comes, uh, unnecessarily when it comes, it leaves a lot of smoke and pollution around. If we can connect it with the pollution that it creates in the quality of life that we are living. Yeah, that was a good one, Pramila Ben. Thank you for sharing that.
Thank you.
One reflection on this is if we even go to atom bombs or the bombs that's been thrown in the world, that also leaves a similar experience for everyone. There's pollution around, there is so much of destruction. So while Pramila was sharing about this, um, I thought even this thing which is happening in the world today, destruction through bombs, could be one reflection on how the point becomes a snake.
Very interesting, I think. They made it so visual. Both of them. We used to play with that as Premila Ben had said. That's very nice. Because I just had a doubt, because if you see in one line, Bab Dada said, question mark over the point. So I generally take the dot and draw a lateral and becomes a line. But here, as Premila Ben said, the dot, when you apply a matchstick, it goes up like a question mark. I think that was nice issue. And even if you see in the other two paragraphs so well, just two things, canopy of protection. But if suppose Vimeshpa, you can go through the last paragraph and summarize. I love the best paragraph. All actors coming on the stage, curtain is revealed, everyone is there, the rosary is there. It's a beautiful final scene which we see in any movie. All's well that ends well. if really you can go through that paragraph in your own mindset, I think that would be a nice thing for us to hear from you.
Sure, we can do that. So let's recreate the one of the last paragraphs that was there. It starts with at the end, all the actors will come onto the stage together. In fact, I would invite everyone to get into a meditative state and go through this, visualize this thing, this experience that Baba's created. So let's look at all of us as actors, all playing our roles, all of us being there under the canopy of Bab Dada. And all of us have come onto the stage together, whether they are servers through their bodies or through other different bodies. All actors coming onto the stage together will mean that there will be cries of victory and completion. Their parts are to cooperate into the task of establishment in an incognito way. Who has played what role? The significance is not on that. The significance is, the important is of contribution. You're in the visible form. They are playing their parts of establishment in an incognito way. It won't be revealed now because the time for the curtain to be opened will be when everyone is ever ready and complete. And when the curtains are opened, completion will take place. So, as all of the actors have come onto the stage together, Babdat is asking, are all of you ready in this way? Is everything ready for the curtains to be opened? Is the rosary of air quality souls ready? The 108 are very close to completion. You now have to be completely perfect. Even in terms of time, you are close to perfection. What is the sign of that? What is the speciality of the rosary? What special sign is visible when the rosary is complete? The special sign is, the readiness is, will be shown when all the beads are joined together, one beside the other. That is a sign of a rosary. The speciality of your rosary is to be close to one another in your sanskars, where the beads are joined together next to each other, and whichever bead you see, even if it is the 108th bead, it is still together with the rest. And we are together in this way. Let everyone feel that all of you beads are threaded in the rosary. Don't question how you can all come close to one another. Even if one bead comes out of the rosary, it would be a broken rosary. So be deeply connected with each other. No gaps in between. It would not be a rosary that is worthy of worship otherwise. So let's bring in the oneness that Bapdada is talking about. No gap between two souls. No snake between two souls. But there is the dot of completion between each and every dot of the rosary. Each and every soul is connected deeply, purely, in a pristine manner with each another. So as we step out, doing our duties, doing our chores, taking care of our responsibilities, let's step out with oneness with our own selves, oneness with Bapdada, and in turn, oneness with each and every soul that we come in connection with. And let that oneness be visible in each one of us. Om Shanti. See you all tomorrow morning at 5 a.m.